I just wanted to... I'm actually going to leave in this part. I normally don't leave in me transferring zones like that from starting the game to... from playing into the actual match, but I wanted to show that it is actually pretty fast. I'm really happy with how quickly it matches you up with people. It's been really, really good on that. This hand is good. It's a little unfortunate this is tapped, but it's okay. We'll manage to wait on our opts here. Probably going to play strategic planning first then. Try and dig down to another land. We really, really want to hit every land drop possible with this deck. And let's planning. Opponent cycles hieroglyphic illumination. There's a lot of blue-black control decks going around. Probably because Scarab God is a very, very powerful card right now. And I think everybody just wants to play with Scarab God. If they manage to get a mythic wild card, crafting Scarab God seems like a really good thing. Yep, there we go. So probably going to be seeing that at some point. I'm going to strategic planning here again. I probably shouldn't have played that plains yet. Yeah, bit of a mistake. Because now I've got a tap land, which I would have much rather have played. I really need another island, actually. Champion of Wits. Ooh, that card's sweet. Bit of an issue for us. Not a very good card to cancel, because of course they just buy it back out of the grave. I'm going to... play this desert, and then we're gonna Seeker of Insight. And that'll let us continue to dig. Plus it blocks the Champion of Wits. Stops it from really dealing us any damage. Hieroglyphic Illumination. Alright, draw 2 cards. I'm very okay with that. Nice. Meandering River is good. So we're just gonna go to combat, attacks, and no attacks, and end turn. So you can see there's all these little stops. If you've ever played Magic Online, you can click on these to add stops so that, like, if you want to do something at the start of your turn, you can just do that, and it'll do it. Wow, I should have Ixalan's binding this, I guess. I didn't think they would have a second champion. It's pretty rare that you see people with... this was an opening rare, and it's hard to say that they're going to have 2 of the same kind of rare because of, you know, just how hard it is to acquire cards. As you can see, too, our timer on their turn runs down very quickly. Like, we already are on a rope. Pretty much the instant that was cast. I think I'm going to opt... Ooh, yeah, I'm okay with keeping that. Oh, they're not past their combat, are they? That was actually really dumb. I thought they were past their combat, but I don't think they are. And discard... Cancel, I guess? See, we're already using timeouts. This is rough. For how much time it gives you on your turn, it's really scarce with how much you get on your opponents. Probably a good thing because, like I said, they do want to keep the pace of play going, but it does feel super tight when you've been used to playing really slow and free on your own turns. Yeah, I was silly. I didn't have to tap it right away. Wish I had 1 more mana. I'm just gonna pass. The reason why is because I want to Ixalan's binding these so they can't... Well, they're gonna still be able to eternalize them. Because it's just cast, right? Yeah. Like, it's not like they can't use abilities from it. Can't cast spells. Alright. Find it weird that they are willing to attack with 1 but not both. That feels very strange. We'll let that happen. I don't mind too much about them getting extra cards as long as they don't have counter magic to stop what we're going to do ultimately. Alright, now we're on end of turn. Let's opt. Supreme Will. I do like Supreme Will. And what else we got? Could get rid of Countervailing Winds. Because I really want to cast this Meandering River. Like I said, it's super important that we get our land drops every turn. Gonna play the Island, so that way I can hold up Cast Out and Supreme Will, or cancel. Alright, what do we got? Eternalize the champion. Sure. So I can respond to this by just casting out, and then if they use the ability, then they just discard cards, which is kind of funny. Because it lets you draw equal to its power, and then discard 2. Am I crazy? I guess I'm crazy. Huh. Fair enough. It's no longer there. I thought that... For some reason, I thought that when it was gone... It might be like... I might have been thinking... Oh, I'm thinking of Moment. That's what I'm doing. If you can do, like, say, Moment of Craving... That's where it's really good against Champion of Wits. That's all I'm thinking of. When you... Champion of Wits, Moment of Craving, you can actually -2/-2, and then it has 0 power. It still checks the last power that it had. I'm just being a goof. We're in decent shape, though. Yeah, I'm not super happy about giving them all these cards, but I don't mind making sure that we have playables. I can discard the Island. We just need to make sure that we're not taking a ton of damage. Like I said, if we live long enough, we've got a lot of inevitability. You can tell it's been a while since I played some Magic. Standard has not been my forte. But this is a nice little system. You can kind of get an idea for how smooth it is. It's nice that we now have City's Blessing. So you can see all of our abilities are kind of over there. You'll also see Ixalan's Binding when we play it will pop up on that side as a reminder for our opponent. Another thing you'll notice is that there's the Eternalize here. Anything that's in the grave that has an ability will pop up right there. Good move by the opponent. Field of Ruining our Arch of Orazca so that we can't draw extra cards since we do have City's Blessing. And they have their own Arch of Orazca, so we're in trouble that way, where they're just going to continue to draw cards. They have a lot of card draw right now. Doomfall. That I'm not super happy about. They're going to be able to get cancel anyways, so it seems to me that I might as well not let them see what my hand is, and also be able to use Seeker of Insight. Discard land, and my turn. Hey! What do we got? Oh, you see, like, you can see the lands moving around is kind of annoying. That's something that they need to fix. Another thing is that if you click on these, you've got to, like, really... You can't really cancel out of clicking out on them. If you saw, like... You get the choice of either, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe I changed my mind. Maybe I don't want to click on that. Too late. Sorry. Oh, let's not do that. I'm going to have Ixalan's Binding. At this point, I don't think we need it. We just need to draw enough cards, and we're good. We do have to worry about our opponent having a counterspell for our Approach of the Second Sun coming back down. Nezahal, Primal Tide. This is a card that right now is a little bit bugged, in that if you click on it, it'll automatically make you discard 3 cards. You're just like, if you have 3 cards in hand and you click on it, they're gone. Sorry. So it's, yeah, you gotta be really, really careful when you're trying to click on this for any kind of attacks. Just as an aside, I'm gonna cycle this now using our treasure. I think we're okay with that. I absolutely would like to game it. I don't want a Field of Ruin because then I have to search my library. It's not even a May. So that's pretty terrifying. Yep, they get to draw cards. And approach. Cool. If I'm counting right, shouldn't we have a second approach coming down? Get the Orazka Relic. I'm giving my opponent a lot of options here, but I'm also going to Field of Ruin them here, I think. Ooh, Settle the Wreckage is interesting. Something that it normally does is also show you where the card was. Maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe this was the approach. I cycled once. And then I Supreme Willed. I mean, that's only 5 cards deep. I would have drawn one already. No, I wouldn't have drawn. So I would have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it doesn't seem like this should be the approach. I guess I'm crazy. Take it for a turn. It might be kind of fun. Might have been a good idea to actually use Field of Ruin to shuffle if I don't think this is the right approach from the Second Sun, just so our opponent thinks that we don't have it and doesn't hold up counter magic. Because it really would be surprising me if they have none. So now the question is, do I want to wait and try and hit more counter magic to get this approach working? Or do I just want to go for it? You know what? I ain't no chicken. I could definitely have played this game better, but I'm not going to be no chicken now. Ain't been no chicken yet. Ain't going to be no chicken now. And counter? There we go. Cycles Desert of Mindful. So is this a have to? Yes. We'd almost just get them to mill themselves, honestly. No, okay, I was gonna discard this. Well, that's kind of frustrating. We had a realistic shot at milling them. Darn. Thinking about discarding Settle or Hieroglyphic Illumination. Some of the clicking definitely needs some work or some getting used to, at least. Opponent has no problems with just cycling away everything. I really, really wish that we had kept that Revolt. It would have been really, really funny to mill them out. And they're close. 20 is a lot of cards, but it's not that many when you're getting 4 a turn. And we have a few turns, too. Because we can settle the wreckage, and it doesn't kill Nezahal. They can discard 3 cards to keep it. But it does stop it from dealing damage that turn. Oh man, our opponent has 0 problems with drawing like crazy. No problems at all. At least Hieroglyphic Illumination is going to draw them a card. So that could be a realistic way for us to get there. And here comes Nezahal. Interesting that they left themselves open to a second approach. If I draw it right now... Okay. I have 7. So I may as well Seeker. And then try and settle the wreckage on them. Probably counter that. Really too bad they didn't decide... we didn't hit a second approach here. I'm surprised they made that decision. Maybe they just don't have any counter magic left. I can't imagine that's the case, though, with how many cards they've drawn. And the fact that they have shown us cancels. Sure. Kill Sailor of Moons. Sure. I'm a little surprised by that one. Seeker of Insight obviously does more for us right now. And you've got to think, wow, they are really not afraid to just draw everything. You've really got to think that we have a second approach, or why would we still be playing? Alright, let's settle some wreckage. They're not going to expect this, because like I've said before, there's not a ton of rares that are going around. Save Nezahal. Cancel. Oh, please, please, please let me draw it then. Let me hit approach. I've got a really good chance of hitting it, too. Oh, right, that one's summoning sick. I'm not going to be able to Hieroglyphic and play Approach of the Second Sun here. Seems pretty reasonable. Darn. Let's go to Evolving Wilds to see if we can thin just a little bit more. I probably don't have another turn here, but we'll see if we can. If we get one more turn, we could be okay. Alright, we have a Kanta coming down. Consigned to Oblivion. Sure. Yep. And that's enough to kill us. Unfortunately. Opponent got really greedy with their counter magic there. I would have loved to have punished them for it. I played pretty fast and loose, though. No question. But I hope that you enjoyed. This is a really good little light example of how to start playing Magic Arena anyways, and what the actual gameplay looks like. I'll be doing some more of these as I get cards, so I can actually make decks. Right now the decks aren't particularly interesting because they're all... They look like sealed decks. They don't have a ton going on with them. So when I open the vault, I will hopefully get enough to make some more decks, and I'll kind of show it off at that point, and we'll do some more of these videos. But I hope you enjoyed my video this week, and if you want to subscribe, I would certainly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot if you like and subscribe the videos. Everybody asks for it, but it is a really big deal. I do this full time, and it means a lot to me for you to help me out. Of course, also give a little look down below at my Patreon and at inkgaming.com, my wonderful sponsor. I have a code there for 12% off of any of your orders. They do a lot of really cool custom gaming gear, which is like playmats and dice bags, and they've even got hoodies, all kinds of really cool things. So you can check them out and get 12% off your order by using my code Ilyon12, and I will see you next week.